Now, I know I said finally in the last video, but we have a couple more. So, external distractions. Okay. You might get distracted. Remember in the previous, if you watched the previous video, I was telling you that sometimes we create, not sometimes, we create distractions for ourselves, right? Well, we don't realize that we're creating the distraction. And when you start to understand the ebb and flow of the universe, you start seeing things differently, right? And you start seeing how the universe is literally mirroring your inner world. Like, it's so crazy. Like, even from when you shift and suddenly things start happening in the world on your timeline, that's your inner facing outer. The things that you are experiencing or affected by, that is your inner reflecting outer. So the distractions, like I was saying, you sit down to write. And when you sit down to write, suddenly you have to use the bathroom. Suddenly someone calls you. Suddenly your stomach hurts. Suddenly you're hungry and you just ate. Suddenly you want to go smoke. Suddenly you want to do something else that's not what you're doing right now. Suddenly somebody comes in your room, or suddenly your doorbell rings, or suddenly the kids start screaming, and it happens every time. And so you might believe the thought that maybe this isn't meant for me to write. Maybe I'm not writing the right thing. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing, but that's a lie. Okay, if your heart led you to this page, then your heart does not lie to you. Even though the world will tell you that your heart lies and you should think logically, no. Logic is useful. You have to have the balance, but your heart is always the thing that's going to open up and guide the way. The logic will lead the way. They will do what the heart is guiding it to do. Okay? It doesn't work the other way around. You can't logically say, I am going to write a book, and you have no heart, and then you go write this book, and then there's no heart in the book, but you write it though, because you did it. So it's a lot of people out here doing it. AI is going crazy because it's it's a wonderful tool that can be useful, but it also is a tool that can be abused, just like with anything. And I personally feel like people are abusing it. They're taking the easy route out. They're allowing, okay, you know what? This is, I want to write this book, but I don't want to do the work that it takes to write this book. So I'm going to let this thing do it for me. And then you put it out and it has no heart. You can feel that it has no heart because it didn't come from a heart. You're the heart. Let it come from you. Okay? So the external distractions, like social media, you might live in a city, you might have excessive noises, it's just all of these, they might get in the way of your creative process. So when you decide to, I am going to do this, I'm going to follow my heart, I'm going to allow my heart to lead me to write on this page, right? No matter what. Yeah, you might get a distraction, but the key is, this is how you tell yourself you're serious. This is how you overcome. You're always going to get tested. Always. When you're shifting, when you're trying to do something, you're going to get tested. So when you get that distraction, decline that call. Matter of fact, turn your phone off. Okay? They'll be all right. Everybody going to be all right. Okay? And if they're not, like, let's just say, you got a child in school, make sure there's a backup emergency person on there. Just set things up to where you can have a peace of mind that you're not alone. Use your support system. And if you don't have one, then manifest one. Call one forth. Or really, you're not really needing to manifest. Just tune into, I am supported. I want you to just take a moment and say to yourself, just pause, breathe in deeply. Breathe in love and breathe out fear. Now, this is a root chakra. We're focusing, imagine a red light, and there is a spiral spinning in this red light. You take your hand, it is in front of you, take your hand and you put it right below your belly button. Okay? And you watch and you let it spin. And you see the glow, the red glow emanating from your lower body. Imagine spinning around, the spiral spinning around, red, bright. Repeat after me. I am supported. I am loved. I am supported in my creativity. I am supported in my writing process. I am supported. Breathe in love. Breathe out any fears, any blocks to your creative process. Okay? Peace.